No, huh? Okay. So I wanted to do this video because as this morning I realized that sometimes I do forget that I have MS, and sometimes I do forget how MS can affect me besides just physically when I'm walking. I have been like super excited about these sunny days, and I have been not making myself, but I've been out and about doing something every day. Like, the sun is shining, I cannot chill, I need to go out and about, right? And I usually wake up every day at 3 o'clock in the morning and I go driving. I start driving at 3:30-ish. And this morning, I woke up at 3 and I meditated in the morning, and I have to put on like a backup timer so that if I go over 10 minutes, I will wake up if I fall asleep when I'm meditating. And this morning my 10-minute timer went off because I literally woke up, went to the bathroom, came back, laid back down, started meditating. I was knocked out, TKO. And I will say something about myself. I'm very, very hard on myself, and I know that I have MS, but I try not to allow it to affect my life in very many ways. So like I said, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I go and I start driving. Usually I'm out of the house by 3:30 a.m. And today, my body was like, absolutely not. And it wasn't that I couldn't walk. It wasn't anything like that. It was just fatigue. Fatigue came and said, tapped me on my shoulder and said, girl, remember you have MS. Remember, you need extra rest. And I was just like, looked at her like, oh, that's what we're doing? That's what we're doing today? You just gonna come? You right. I will also say that I know people think I don't have a job, but I have a job. I'm a Lyft driver, and I realized a couple days ago that I had gone like 8 days straight, waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, going out and driving. And then one day, I stayed up for 23 hours. And I like slept for a few hours, and I basically had all the intentions in the world to still drive the next day. And I drove for like an hour, and I was just like, girl, what are you doing? I went home and I went to sleep. I say all that to say, I'm very hard on myself. I just want to keep going. And then something that I have to realize is I cannot do that all the time. I have MS. A normal person probably couldn't do getting up every day for 8 days and going and driving, and then after that, all these sunny days, I have been up, out and about, no naps being taken, and like not getting home until like 7 or 8, and then waking up at 3 and doing it all over again. Yeah, very hard on myself. Like, keep going, keep pushing. And I have friends that, like, especially this one specific friend, excuse me, who would just be like, girl, you know that you have MS. And I'm like, so what? I know I got MS, but I still gotta keep going, still gotta keep pushing. What do you mean? I do not feel accomplished when I don't do certain things, but then I have to stop and pause and remind myself that I do have MS. And even though it's not that I'm having issues walking at the moment, even if it's not my eyes giving me problems, not getting an MS hug, fatigue is still there. It's fatigue is still there. Fatigue is definitely still a thing. I was recently dating someone, and they just kept saying, you're so lazy, you're so lazy. And I think that's one of the reasons why I feel like I just gotta keep pushing, gotta keep going, gotta keep pushing, gotta keep going. Because I don't want people to perceive me as a lazy person, but I'm far, far, far from it. So when she was saying that to me, I was just kind of like, lazy? What do you mean? I'm like, I have MS, but I don't think that I'm lazy. I'm not. I'm far from lazy. She's no longer in my life because she was a horrible person, but it's a thing. It's real. But yeah, to anybody that has MS, don't allow anybody to tell you that you're lazy. You have MS. Honestly, you have all rights to just be taking naps. Human beings in general have all right to take naps, but you definitely have a right to take a nap. Fatigue is very, very real. So allow yourself to rest. And for me, it's really hard because it's just like, gotta keep going. But then it's like, well, you gotta stop going because you could really make yourself have like an episode that puts you in a hospital. So like, chill, girl, calm it all the way down. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I wanted to talk a bit about how fatigue affects my life. I do take naps every now and then. I do fight through fatigue, and I do not think that it's a very wise thing to do because I truly don't even have to fight through fatigue. Just because I have a lifestyle where I am a Lyft driver and I can drive any time of the day and I can keep it pushing. I can take a nap any time of the day and I can keep it pushing. And I specifically decided to be a Lyft driver just because of that while I'm doing some other things. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't know if this helps somebody learn a little bit about MS or somebody that's going through the same thing. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's definitely very important to eat healthy, to stay active, and keep positive mind. And I think I need to add to it, stay well rested, because it's definitely a thing for me. All of that. Happy, what is today? I'm tired. Oh, happy Friday. All of that.